This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Regina League.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Good Neighbor Podcast. I love to talk to business owners in the local Charlotte area, and today I'm excited to speak with Kevin.drudge. He is the owner of Oliver's Nanny Services. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Regina. How are you?
Wonderful. Nice to see you again. We chatted some time ago, and I'm excited to have you on the show. This is a really cool business model. So why don't we just start with telling us what Oliver's Nannies does?
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here, Regina. So Oliver's Nannies, we are a full service nanny and childcare agency. So our goal is really to provide families with an easy solution to their childcare. And we provide it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have a couple different service lines that we offer to families. So we have full-time and part-time nanny care that we offer full placement and management of nannies for. This is great for families that have a weekly need, whether it's, on a part-time or a full-time basis. So the types of things that we staff for are before and after school care, overnight newborn care, school drop-off and pickup, facilitating after-school activities, homework, meal prep, light housework, that kind of thing. And then we also have a Flex Care membership program, and that's really more for families that don't have that weekly need, but they still have childcare needs. They need, last-minute care, date nights. They wake up, their child's sick. They need backup care for their current, child care provider. So our Flex Care program is a membership-based program where families pay, a monthly fee, a 6-month fee, and they have unlimited use of our nannies whenever they need them. So all of our nannies, at Oliver's Nannies they pass a multi-level interview process, includes background screening, reference checks. It's interesting because we're one of the few agencies here locally that provide all of our nannies are W-2 employees of our company. So they're insured, bonded. We have the utmost with safety in mind when it comes to families. We provide individual care plans for every single child, for every family we work with, whether it's flex care or nanny care, which includes a matching process to determine that we provide a nanny that's going to fit the needs of whatever their child needs. So if it's special needs or anything, we can handle all of it. So
if you get a nanny, you get the same one all the time?
You can, yes. With nanny service, our goal is to place a nanny that'll be with that family. But since they're W-2 employees, they get, paid time off, paid sick time. So we have a pool of nannies always available to provide fill-in care. So and that's, families don't have to worry about that aspect of things. They'll always have somebody in their home. And with the customized care plan, whoever shows up at the home knows exactly what the family's needs are and what they should be doing without having to be told. So
talk to us about how a family qualifies, to be a client. It sounds like there's a process there as well.
There is. So for families, we offer free consultations. So we'll come out to their home, so they're in their own environment and not having to go anywhere. And we actually want to get to know the people that we work with. It's, it's a family environment. And we want to provide, an adequate resource for whatever it is that they need. So, but with the two different options, the flex care and the nanny care, we really can serve any family with any need. It's just a matter of what's going to be the best fit for them. So, but it's, for nanny care, it requires a minimum of about 16 hours a week. And then if they don't meet the 16 hours a week, then we can just plug them into our flex care program and they can have an as needed nanny whenever they need it.
What do you run into as misconceptions as you're meeting with families about what you guys offer?
Yeah, I think, the biggest misconception, I think what people struggle with more so than like a misconception is it's not easy to find good quality care, and to retain nannies, once you staff them. So things come up, they leave, and then the families are left to have to go interview. And so that's one of the differences, with us having a pool of nannies always available. You don't have to worry about that. A lot of times, some other misconceptions is it's too expensive. I can't afford someone to provide care. And that's where, we are budget conscious. We want to try and work with families and put together something that's going to work for them, and fit within their budget. So the other thing too is that, there's such a need for this service. Daycares and schools are on waiting lists, and people are still having children, and they need somewhere to, need someone to help with childcare for that new baby or young child. And so that's where, I think the biggest misconception is they don't realize what all we can do with our program. We can fill in, we can, provide care on the fly. We had a mom call this morning, and literally she is in Waxhaw and her nanny just left, totally just didn't show up, and they can't get a hold of her, and they need reliable care. So we're in the process of staffing them with a nanny as soon as possible.
In a situation like that, where they had like this immediate need, are you able then to kind of make that happen and ramp it up a little faster?
We are. Yep. So we have nannies on staff already that we can put in the home while we look for a more permanent solution, because they are a full-time family. So, and that's, again, one of those benefits.
Well, maybe one of our listeners is intrigued by becoming a nanny. So talk to us about what you look for, what the requirements are.
Yeah, absolutely. So for, nannies that want to join the Oliver's Nannies family, basically we look for a minimum of 2 years of direct childcare experience. For nanny services, they're either senior or junior level nannies, and we require a minimum of, for junior nannies, it's 2+ years of nanny care with at least 2 different families, everyone's background and reference checked. And then for senior level nannies, that's 3 to 4 years or more of direct nanny experience, again, with multiple families. So it can't be, I nannied for my sister's kids. It's got to be, someone outside of immediate family. And then for our flex care nannies, they can have childcare experience background, not necessarily direct nanny experience, because it is more of a babysitting service. But there's still 2 years minimum of experience. Everybody is MMR vaccinated, driver's checks, criminal background history, reference check, the whole 9 yards. So,
that's amazing. I think a lot of people that I know that have nannies, it's just somebody that they've said, hey, can you become my nanny? I need this and this and that. So with everything you provide, I would guess that it just puts their mind at ease, knowing the background check and everything's done.
It is, and so that's one of the big differences with our program as well, is since we hire the nannies directly, we have more control over their scheduling, over where they go, who they're placed with. And then since we provide, other benefits to the employees, it's a benefit to the families, because they don't have to worry about paying the nannies. They don't have to worry about what if the nanny doesn't show up. We handle the payment of the nannies. The families pay us directly, and we pay the nannies and take care of all the year-end tax paperwork and filings, the whole 9 yards. We also provide a very comprehensive insurance package that makes sure that everybody's bonded and insured that's going to be in a family's home. So
if the nanny is picking the kids up from school and doing some driving, whose car do they use?
That's up to the family. So if the family would prefer for them to use their vehicle, they can do that, or they can use their own vehicle.
Well, that's good to know. So what is something you wish our listeners knew about you that may not be obvious?
I think the biggest thing is, our initial, I have 2 franchises that basically cover all of Greater Charlotte. And We started with North Charlotte. I have a second one that's South Charlotte, but we still are able to cover the entire Charlotte metro area and all the surrounding communities. So don't let the name fool you. We're here for all Charlotte families, not just North or South Charlotte, but everywhere. So I'm excited to continue to grow and expand the business into all the local communities that we can help. So everybody needs help, and everybody needs resources for reliable and affordable childcare. So that's what we want to provide.
And you just nailed something earlier about, getting your child into daycare. I heard you have to almost, before you get pregnant, put your name on the list. It is so tough to get here in this area because of all the growth.
That's absolutely right. I mean, we have a list of 5 to 10 people right now that have called in that need care starting in June and September when their babies are due and after their maternity leave is over. And, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So.
Well, fantastic. It sounds like a great business model. So whether they're needing a nanny or interested in becoming a nanny with you, how do our listeners reach you?
So they can call our office anytime. Our number is 704-840-9599. They can also email us at northclt@oliversnannies.com, or they can visit our website, northcharlotte.oliversnannies.com.
Is there anything you need to add to what we've talked about?
I think we've covered the full gamut. I just appreciate the opportunity to be here and talk with you again, Regina. And
awesome.
I look forward to helping Charlotte families.
Well, it's a growing area. The word is out. Charlotte is hot.
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsouthcharlotte.com. That's gnpsouthcharlotte.com, or call 980-351-5719.